Most of us are here for our daily masses, so I'd like to continue our reflection on the letter of Paul. First letter, as I said, there are two letters of Paul to Timothy, a co-worker, where he instructs his fellow workers in proclaiming the gospel, the importance of discipline, the importance of being focused, and how they are to live their life, a living testimony to what they are preaching. So there were times when Paul could not make a personal visit to the communities that were established in different places. So what does he do? He would write a letter to exhort them, to encourage them to live their faith in the midst of a pagan culture. The same thing is being asked of us. Of course, we say there are no pagans, but the way people live in this world, sometimes they live like pagans with their hearts set just on the present reality. The good news is, beyond the sufferings, the pains that we experience in this world, there is something beyond that we can hope for, that we can look forward to. And so we have to imitate Jesus, who is the focus of our salvation. So the second part, we have a short reading. In the first reading is taken from a hymn. So it's easy to remember when you have a song, a hymn, a formula in proclaiming the gospel. Jesus, who was manifested in the flesh, he became man. That is the incarnation, vindicated in the spirit, seen by angels, because after he was crucified, he rose from the dead, proclaiming, how we are so precious before God. So may we always respond with generosity to the wonderful works of the Lord in our daily life. In the gospel, again, it's a continuation of previous gospel readings, and Jesus reminds us that not all will accept the good news. There'll be reactions. Some people are self-centered. If they don't like what you are sharing with them, they will not just listen. Some people are just after things that will entertain them, things that will fit in their way of looking at things. So, in other words, we are told, you cannot please everybody. What's important is to be convinced, to be committed. Like the martyrs that we are honoring today, the Korean martyrs, St.Andrew, Tae-gån, he's the first native because he believed in Christianity. He believed in his call. He had to travel more than 1,500 kilometers to go to South China to study for the priesthood. That was not easy in the 1800s, and yet nothing could prevent him traveling 1,500. Wow. And then you will not know what will happen to you along the way. Just like Joseph and Mary when they went to Egypt, since Herod was pursuing the baby Jesus, he wanted to kill him. So Mary and Joseph went without knowing what will happen. And yet, that's where we need faith. And not just faith, believe in God. That's where we need courage. Kailangan natin tapang, isabuhay ang ating pananampalataya, ang ating commitment. So may we be inspired by these people who have offered their lives unselfishly. Our own first canonized saint, St. Lorenzo Ruiz, what did he say? If God will give me 1,000 lives, I will gladly offer them to God. I hope we'll be able to say this each day. God continues to bless us in many ways, and I hope we will also respond generously. Whatever God shares with us, it's a sign of how much He cares for you, how much He loves you. Amen.